Sway in the morning, shade 4-5, 9 minutes past the top of the hour. Hey, citizens, what up? Listen, man, funny thing happened today. I got an email from Sway this morning. In fact, the whole team did. I was sick yesterday. I know you guys could sort of hear it in my voice, but I hit Sway the night before. I was like, yo, dude, I'm not feeling well, but I'm going to come in. I'm going to troop it out with you. I'm good. I'll be there. He's like, yeah, HB, be a part of that team. You know what I'm saying? Be a part of that team. Was a part of the team, came in yesterday, trooped it out. We had a ball. Got an email this morning. Sway is sick. He is not trooping it out with the team. He is home, held over a toilet. I'm telling his business right now. Maybe I gave it to him because I was coughing a lot yesterday. I wasn't feeling well. But we are here, citizens, live and well, and we will have a good show. If Sway was here, I'll share it with you anyway. I wanted to talk to you guys today anyway about forgiveness. You know, it's a season to be jolly and all of that, but I'm noticing that I'm in a good mood, and as 2013 kind of fades out, 2014 is coming in, and I'm just letting a lot of things go. I'm starting not to be really that shady. I'm picking up my telephone, having more conversations with people. I'm getting really sick of emails and texts, sick of them. So I'm picking up the phone, and I'm hearing people's voices, and I'm hearing them out a little bit, man. So I'm just in a season to forgive, man, just forgiving people and moving on, moving past the BS. And I'm giving you guys a chance to do that this morning. It's good for the spirit. It's good for the soul. If you need to move on and forgive somebody, do it right now. 888-742-3345. It's Sway in the morning. Woo! Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Sway in the morning, shade 4-5, 13 minutes past the top of the hour. 888-742-3345. Citizens, we just talking about forgiveness, man, and moving past certain things. To me, just like living in the past is really, really whack. I'm at that place in my life, man, as 2013 goes out and 2014 goes in. I'm just letting some things go. Just had a lot of misunderstandings in 2013. A lot of people, I was just like, I don't really have to deal with them no more. Didn't really take the time to find out what they were actually dealing with. I just was sick of the conversation, and I kept it moving, as I'm so good at doing. But I'm finding out these days, man, you got to sit down, talk to people, move past some things. It's good for the spirit and it's good for the soul. So let's share those stories, man. 888-742-3345. Line 1, OQ. Who's that on the line? Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm good. This is Chris from Baltimore. How you doing?
Hey, Chris from Baltimore. How you doing? You want to talk about this a little bit? Share your story, share some experience. You letting some things go from the past?
I surely do. Real quick, I just want to say God bless you. I'm a big fan. But what I want to say is living in the past is depression, living in the future is anxiety, and living in the present is tranquility. And I stand on these words because it helps me forgive people, because people aren't perfect. I mean, we sit up here and we expect and we trust so many things out of people when they say things that hurt us all the time.
Yeah.
But if you don't let those things go, it depresses you. If you think about those things for the future from when people hurt you, that's anxiety.
Yeah.
And then when you just let it go right there, you're living in the moment. That's tranquility, baby.
No, I appreciate your words, man, Chris. Thank you so much for sharing that. You have a good holiday, and you a citizen of Sway in the morning. Thank you so much. We got Dan in Ohio. Good morning, Dan.
Hey, good morning, Sway. Good morning, Heather B.
How you doing?
First-time caller. I'm good. How y'all?
Man, we doing really, really good this morning. You're a first-time caller. That makes you a citizen of Sway in the morning. What's your comment?
Appreciate that. Well, I let my father back into my life probably after probably 30-plus years. It was probably the best decision I could have done because now I've been exposed to a whole side of my family that I never knew. We got a great relationship now. I had the opportunity to say no and had a fork in the road, had a decision to make, and I chose the right path, and it turned out to be probably one of the better decisions of my life that I made. So,
man, I'm so happy for you, but I'm so happy for you. But share this with me. What was the deciding factor for you? Because a lot of men in particular deal with these issues with their fathers and haven't let go a lot of things. What was the deciding factor to allow you to allow him back in your life?
He was humble. It's funny you say that because my best friend got the same problem with his father.
Mm-hmm.
But the difference between his father and my father was that his father didn't come to the table and put his cards down. My father did. My father said, came to the table and said, you know what, son, I screwed up.
Yeah.
I didn't raise you right. I wasn't there for you. I apologize. I can't ever change any of that.
Yeah.
But we can change this moving forward, and I'm willing, I'm willing to do everything I can to help this relationship moving forward.
Wow.
So that he came to me humbly, and it wasn't easy. I actually had to pick up and move from Texas to Indiana for this transformation to happen. And the first 2 weeks I lived with him, he was treating me like I was still a little kid, and it was going pretty rough, Ended up moving out on my own, but once we understood each other,
yeah,
the relationship blossomed. But
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing your story. You're a citizen of Sway in the Morning. JJ in Maryland, good morning. You want to talk about forgiveness?
Yes, ma'am. How's it going, Heather B?
It's going really, really good, man. I'm moved by this conversation this morning. Real quick, what you wanted to say?
Just real quick, I just wanted to say I think it's really important to forgive people because, every single person is fighting a battle that you know nothing about. Everyone's got their own issues. Maybe on the outside you be judgmental, but everyone's got their own personal issues. So you really never know what somebody's story is, and I think it's just important to forgive people because, you just never know. Today could be your last day.
That's right, man. Thank you, JJ. I couldn't have said it better. Thank you so much for sharing that. Citizens, this is important, so please leave your comments. We'll play them back at the end of the show. Thank you so much for your calls. Up next, we have Tracy G with the Daily News.
Absolutely, and we have more news on the NSA.
Wow, that's up next. Sway in the Morning, Shade 45.
Extra, read all about it.
Hey, save your change. Sway's got your daily news right here, huh?
Sway in the Morning, Shade 45, 28 minutes past the top of the hour. Sway's not feeling well today, so Tracy G has the Daily News.
Yes, and let's continue speaking about this NSA fallout because despite the growing criticism, a team advised President Obama to keep most of the controversial National Security Agency tactics in place. Now, the team analyzed the NSA's program of collecting Americans' phone calls and emails, an effort that has been criticized by a lot. The team said that while the tactics should continue, they should have tighter constraints, so I guess that's a good thing. And the group gave the president about 40 recommendations on how to do this, but all of them were considered modest. Now, the report was compiled by the Presidential Review Group on Intelligence and was released yesterday. The panel was created amid a political firestorm that followed leaks last summer, we remember, with NSA contractor Edward Snowden, a.k.a. the whistleblower.
All right, what else you got, Tracy G?
Okay, moving on to a recent arrest of an Indian diplomat in New York has caused outrage in India and headaches for some prosecutors here. And amazingly, it stems from the diplomat's use of a housekeeper. Devyana Khobragade, excuse me if I'm messing up her name.
I'm sure you are. Go
Probably.
ahead.
The diplomat says she would pay her housekeeper $9.75 an hour. Okay. But in actuality, she wound up paying only $3.31 an hour. This is all according to authorities. So U.S. investigators, they arrested her on charges of lying on her application for that housekeeper. They said that they treated her like other people that they arrested. The usuals, they strip searched her, they held her in jail until she paid a bond to get out. Yet, with that arrest, it infuriated so many people in India. They said that the U.S. humiliated one of its foreign service officers. So this week, all these demonstrators were outside the U.S. Embassy. And yesterday, a prosecutor in the case defended arrest. However, here's Indian Foreign Minister speaking on the uproar.
The manner in which the facts have been described to me would have given me a choice between choosing it to be a conspiracy or choosing it to be an irrational behavior. So whichever label you want to choose, but it is something that in normal course one would not expect with a country that is wedded to rule of law and wedded to democracy.
Yeah, God bless them. What else you got, Tracy G?
All right, so this is an interesting story because a Missouri mom was arrested after a Snapchat photograph of her and her 14-year-old daughter, mind you, they were topless in a hot tub, started to circulate around multiple area high schools. Now, the mom, she's 50 years old, probably a MILF, and her daughter, they posed for the photo, covering their nipples in an outdoor hot tub in November. The woman's other daughter, who's 13 years old, took a snap from her sister's phone. Now, it's not clear which girl sent it out over Snapchat, but at least one of the recipients, was feeling kind of whatever and took a screenshot. The media has been withholding all names to protect the children involved. Multiple outlets reported that the woman's son, who goes to one of the high schools where the photo spread, of course, was made fun of by his classmates. And the St. Charles County prosecutor said the issue here is the fact that the daughter was 14 and that it appeared to have some sexual overtones in the picture. Now, when confronted by a local news reporter, the mother called the allegations ridiculous.
But why would you think it was okay to pose topless with your 14-year-old child?
I wasn't posing.
You were aware that the photo was being taken, isn't that true?
I was aware that the photo was taken by my 13-year-old daughter, and I specifically told her at that second, please delete that photo.
Now, that hot mama, she's facing up to a year in prison for misdemeanor charges of endangering the welfare of a minor.
Hey, man, this reminds me a little bit of another story. I had two cousins that used to work together.
Okay.
And one of my cousins, his breath used to stink. Oh, my gosh. It would stink up the office. It would stink up the back room. It would stink up everywhere. People used to talk about him. Mm-hmm. And my other cousin would feel embarrassed. You're like, yo, man, I don't want to work with him. His breath stink. Everybody talk about him. He's shaming me up out here. Citizens, 888-742-3345. Do you work or be around any family members that just straight up embarrass you and you have to deal with it? You need to call them out on it. Call them out today. 888-742-3345. It's Sway in the Morning.
And now, Sway has more of your daily news.
Yo, Sway, what's up with the daily news, baby? What's the verdict? Spit it like you heard it.
On Shade 45.
Why would you think it was okay to pose topless with your 14-year-old child?
I wasn't posing.
You were aware that the photo was being taken, isn't that true?
I was aware that the photo was taken by my 13-year-old daughter, and I specifically told her at that second, please delete that photo.
Sway in the Morning, Shade 45, 37 minutes past the top of the hour. This is a woman who posed nude, topless with her daughter. Now the son is embarrassed because he has to go to school and people have seen his picture.
Exactly. It was a 50-year-old MILF of a mom, and now she's facing up to a year in prison for misdemeanor charges of endangering the welfare of a minor, a.k.a. her daughter.
I was telling everybody in here, this story reminds me of my two cousins. They used to work together, and I had a cousin. His breath used to stink. Yeah. And everybody was talking about it at work, and the other cousin hated working with him, talking to him. He didn't know how to tell him, and finally he was like, yo, man, that man that's living in your mouth is pissing off everybody. You need to do something about it. Share your story, citizens, 888-742-3345. Are you embarrassed about any of your relatives? Jay in Baton Rouge, good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
How you doing, sis?
Oh, I'm happy to get some stuff off my chest this morning.
Okay, girl, talk about it.
Do it.
Sharon, baby, the reason why I told you tune into Shade 45 this morning, we've been trying to tell you this for a minute, bro. The reason you can't keep a man is because of your breath, baby. That's why every time you get in the car, I have that gum sitting on your seat.
Wait a second, Jay. So you have a female friend whose breath stink and she can't
elementary school. Since elementary school.
She needs a doctor.
Is she not eating? Like, what's the reason why her breath?
She eat a lot of onion.
Wait.
A lot of onion. And I tell her all the time, Shay, please, no, Shay. Leave it alone, Shay.
Wow.
Like, can we do without onion? Like, I really don't know. I didn't even pay for her to go to the dentist. That's how bad it was. And I told her on several occasions, Shay, your breath, baby.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you put it out there, too, Jay. You know what, too? Some of y'all got to start brushing y'all tongue, man. That's part of it, too. You leave that tongue, and you just worry about them teeth. Thank you, Jay. You're a citizen of Sway in the Morning. Eric in Philly, good morning.
What's going on?
Talk about it, man. You tell me.
Man, I got a cousin. First of all, good morning. Good morning,
love. Good morning.
Eric.
Hope you feel good, Sway. Get better. I got a cousin, man. He's the oldest. He's the oldest cousin of the family, 46 years old. His breath historically hot. Too hot. Too hot for TV, too hot to sit next to, too hot to talk to. We were at a funeral. And I went to hand him one of the little peppermint balls. He said, those don't work on me. I said, well, damn.
Oh, so he's aware.
He had to be aware because we let him know. We the type of family, we'll tell you straight up. And I don't know if it's something has died in his mouth. He needs a tooth replaced. Maybe he needs a IV of Listerine. I don't know.
Man.
He needs that shit in his bloodstream or something. But
Yikes.
Man.
Eric, I'm so thankful for your call this morning. You a citizen. You have made my morning. You got me cracking up. Joe in San Antonio, good morning. You embarrassed any of your family members?
Oh, hell yeah. I got a couple of nieces. They be wilding out, acting all crazy, putting a bunch of stupid stuff on Facebook, a bunch of selfies. Man, one of my nieces, she got all drunk and pissed on the side of the road. Somebody else took a picture of that shit, put it all up on blast. I was like, damn, man, y'all be stupid with that Facebook.
Yeah, man, I don't understand the whole selfie thing and family members on Facebook. Anytime somebody puts up a selfie, I write big face, especially to Tracy G, because she's always taking pictures of herself.
Yep.
Citizens, you leave your voicemails. I'm going to play it back at the end of the show. Up next, I have your sports report, and you'll never believe what I have to report in the NFL. It's crazy. Sway in the morning, Shade 4-5.
Yeah, baby! Yeah, baby! What a game! Unbelievable. What a game! Wait a minute. I don't believe what I just saw.
It's Sway in the Morning Sports Report on Shade 45.
Sway in the morning, Shade 4-5, 51 minutes past the top of the hour. Citizens, I have your sports report, and I'm going to start with the NBA. Last night, there were 12 games played in the league, but the big game of the night went down in Miami between the Heat and the Pacers.
Go Hill. Way up top, Hill. To George, throws it up, a prayer, and it goes the Birdman to LeBron, and that is going to be the ball game. The Miami Heat escape Indiana and company. Big three-pointers at the end and some solid defense. But despite the score, no Larry O'Brien trophy being shown tonight. The final, Miami 97, Indiana 94.
You heard it, that final 97-94 Heat. D-Wade had 32. Other scores from last night, the Timberwolves upset the Trailblazers 120-109. The Knicks, they won. They beat the Bucks in overtime 107-101. My Spurs took care of the Suns 108-101. And Sway's Nets, they lost last night to the Wizards 113-107. The Nets now fall to 9-16. Citizens, there are only 2 games on schedule tonight in the NBA. Chicago will host OKC, and my Spurs will visit the Warriors. For more info on times and schedules in the NBA, go to channel 221. Moving over to the NFL, where I have updates to report. Seahawks cornerback Brandon Browner was suspended indefinitely by the NFL yesterday for violating the league's substance abuse policy. That's going to hurt. Redskins linebacker London Fletcher said yesterday he's 99% certain he'll retire after this season. Now, the team's home finale game is Sunday against Dallas. The NFL fined Steelers linebacker Terrence Gavin $25,000 yesterday for the block that left Bengals punter Kevin Huber with a broken jaw and cracked vertebrae. Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers has not played since November 4th, and now he still can't play. Team doctors examined Rodgers' fractured left collarbone yesterday. They did not clear him to play on Sunday against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And last but not least, Bronco receiver Wes Walker, he's not cleared to play either. As some of you may know, Wes suffered his second concussion this season and has to be cleared by the doctors and the medical staff of the entire organization. And when he does get cleared, then he'll only be limited to small practices. Last but not least, I have hockey. 11 games are scheduled tonight in the NHL, so citizens go to Sirius Channel 207 or XM Channel 211 for times and schedules. Thank you so much, citizens, for that sports report I gave you. Tracy G, what you got?
For the first time, Khloe Kardashian is speaking about her divorce from Lamar Odom.
That's up next. Sway in the morning, Shade 4-5. Let's go. Sway in the morning, Shade 4-5, 2 minutes past the top of the hour. Good morning, citizens. Some of you are just hopping in your car, getting ready to go to work. Some of you are getting out of your car, heading into work. But keep listening to Sway in the morning, Shade 45. You could go to SiriusXM.com/mobile app and continue to listen to us today at work. Citizens, I got some big news. Now, some of you may know tomorrow is our big Sway in the Morning holiday party in Atlantic City, New Jersey. We will all be there. My mother will be there. My sister will be there. I just made that up. My mom ain't coming out to no damn Atlantic City. But I'll be there. Tracy G will be there. Sway, OQ1, DJ Wonder, Big Aunt, Sharifa, the movie junkie, DB. All of us will be there tomorrow partying. So if you want to come, you're invited, Sway said. All the citizens can get in for free. RSVP at partywithsway@gmail.com. There's a hookup and a link for the rooms. No plus ones. If you want your friends to come, you have to put their names down as well. Come down, party with us. You know I'm going to be somewhere making drinks, doing my thing, and getting tuned up with with the citizens. Tomorrow, however, that's in Atlantic City. Tomorrow, right here, Sway in the Morning, we have a big show. It's the Doomsday Cypher, the 2013 Cypher, with all the rappers coming through spitting. We got Lantana coming through, More Hustle, No Luck, Audio Push. I love them. Jazz the Rapper, Vado, That Kid Era, Relion, Matthews, Spado, Armin. I love Armin. And Amadeus will be doing the beats on there. So make sure, citizens, you check that out tomorrow. We got our Doomsday Cypher happening. Bars, son. But I might even jump in there if I'm feeling better. I might just start spit something. I'm taking on some of these rappers. They ain't got enough bars for me, son.
Me too.
That's all I'm saying. Tracy G, you have yet to prove yourself as a freestyler. However, you're really good at Celebrity Wire. What you got coming up next?
This is true. And Shawnee O'Neal, she is racing her behind to court because Shaquille O'Neal, her ex-hubby, is very upset with her, and it has to do with reality TV.
Wow, that's up next.
Yo, who's coming to AC from your family?
My mama will be there.
Who else?
My brother will be there.
Who else?
My sister will be there.
Reporting on arrests.
Have you figured out why I'm in these handcuffs?
Fights.
You're a fucking dickhead.
And celebrity meltdowns.
No! If you can't help them, help me!
It's the Celebrity Wire on Sway in the Morning.
Sway in the Morning, Shade 45, 12 minutes past the top of the hour. Citizens, Tracy G has the Celebrity Wire.
Yep, and we're starting off with King Beyonce because even if you haven't given it a spin, it's very unlikely that you are unaware about her surprise album that she dropped on Friday the 13th. And right now it's become the fastest selling album to ever hit iTunes. Even in less than a week, it has already sold over 1 million digital copies. For Christmas, if you want to get it for yourself or someone else, it comes out around there in a tangible form. Anyways, so before this album dropped earlier in the year, Beyonce, she was testing out a few records.
Yeah.
And one of those was Bow Down. We played over here on Sway in the Morning. And a lot of people, they were surprised about it because, you know, Beyonce, she's very well known for doing her female empowerment campaign. And it was kind of a departure from that because she was using the word bitch gratuitously, talking down to all these girls. But recently, she did an interview with iTunes Radio and explained why she recorded it.
The reason I put out Bow Down is because I woke up, I went into the studio, I had a chant in my head. It was aggressive. It was angry. It wasn't the Beyonce that wakes up every morning. It was the Beyonce that was angry. It was the Beyonce that felt the need to defend herself. And if this song never comes out, okay, I said it. And I listened to it after I finished, and I said, this is hot. I'm going to put it out. I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to just put it out. People like it, great. They don't, they don't.
So she's selling it because it's on the album, right?
Well, yeah, and it's called Flawless, and it gets tied into a song about female empowerment. Basically like an apology or a sign of balance.
What?
What?
So it went from Bow Down Bitches to Flawless?
Yeah.
Okay, what else you got? My sister and her friends, they played the song 20 times in a row this past weekend. I told you about that. They were screaming it. My father loves it. He think it's great. But
what about you now with the explanation?
Yo, Tracy G, that's not really my thing.
Okay.
I'm happy, but I do love the way Beyonce put that album out. You get them, girl. Get your coins.
Absolutely. Now, we're about to go into the new year, and one of those people that I know wants to leave 2013 behind is Khloe Kardashian, because right now, you know, she's dealing with her divorce from Lamar Odom, and we've heard from Lamar saying that it was Khloe who ended their marriage, or who was the reason behind their marriage ending. We've heard from Lamar's daughter that said, I didn't even like her from jump. But now Khloe, she is breaking her silence, and she went to Twitter and said, this in and of itself is heartbreaking and torture to my soul. And then she also addressed rumors that she's playing around with, you know, Rihanna's little ex-penis, Matt Kemp, who's a baseball player for the Los Angeles Dodgers. People think that him and Khloe are messing around. And she said, please, I don't need the extra rumors and BS right now.
So Lamar Odom's kid came out and said she never liked Khloe from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
How old is this kid?
15.
And Khloe went to Twitter to tell everybody she's heartbroken over her husband in divorce.
I know it sounds bad, but it's the quickest way to get your message around to the most people, honestly.
The quickest way for who? I'm just not understanding, and it's almost making me not remember what people used to do before social media. Like, I come from the era of deal with it. Right. Like, you have to deal with it. Put your big girl drawers on, suck it up, go out on vacation, and go get some the Bible and some beers or whatever you drink, and cry it out with your girlfriends and your real friends, and deal with it. You go to Twitter to say, I'm hurting.
That don't work for celebrities, though.
Man, Tracy, go ahead. What else you got?
All right, so Shawnee O'Neal, we know that she is the mastermind behind Basketball Wives, and she is currently rushing her ass to court this morning for an emergency order allowing her kids to be on, surprise, a new reality show. Ooh. But guess who's trying to stop that? Her ex-hubster, Shaquille O'Neal, is saying that's not happening. If it is, it's over my dead body. Now, Shawnee, she has a deal for this reality show with VH1, tentatively titled The Shawnee Project. And according to her, it's about her life with her and her kids. But TMZ has learned that Shaq, he's putting his big foot down, saying there's no way he'll allow his 4 children to appear. Sources familiar with the situation are saying Shawnee has tried convincing Shaq that her show is just going to be like The Cosby Show, or maybe something like T.I.'s Family Hustle. Good, wholesome family fun. She told him that one of the episodes will focus on her working out, and there's even going to be an episode where the kids will have her convince her that working out is good, and they'll all run a 5K together. But Shaq, he's like, oh, I'm not buying that, and feels like there are too many pressures imposed by the producers. Sees this as basically Shawnee trying to pimp the children the same way she's doing with the Basketball Wives. He doesn't want their family to look dysfunctional on air, and he doesn't think this is going to be good for his kids while they're growing up in front of the cameras.
You know what, citizens? Because none of us in this room right now can comment on this. So I'd like to hear from you. 888-742-3345. If you have children out there, and as a mother or as a father, you had to step in and stop either the baby mother or the baby father from doing something that you didn't agree with your children, tell me your story. I'd love to hear about it. Share it with the Citizen Nation. 888-742-3345. This is Sway in the Morning.
Now more Celebrity Wire.
You know what? Is that what I said? Because I'll wear your ass out. That's a threat.
On Sway in the Morning.
Sway in the Morning, Shade 45, 21 minutes past the top of the hour. Man, we are continuing this conversation. So Shawnee O'Neal, the ex-wife of Shaquille O'Neal, wants to do a reality show with their children, and Shaq is saying, no way, Jose?
Exactly, pretty much. She's in court this morning as we speak.
888-742-3345. Citizens, I'm just curious. Some of you have children out there. Have you ever had to interject either with your children's father or your children's mother to stop them from doing something that you didn't approve of? Rob in Tampa, good morning. How you doing?
Good.
What do you want to say? Share your story with me real quick.
Well, my ex-wife wanted to move out of town with my son.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I was already paying child support as it is and insurance and everything for my son.
Right.
And she was trying to bribe me, and I said, no, I got to go to court because you're not going to leave out of town with my son.
Right.
She was basically telling me, if you just wait, I'll waive the child support and the medical if you just sign over your rights and you can let them go.
Wow. And you ended up stopping that from happening?
I had to stop. I had to go to court about 8 times.
Right.
I spent about $5,000.
Wow, but you know what, Rob? I applaud you for this. I just respect men out there who are fathers who stay in their children's lives. I respect you, Rob. You're a citizen of Sway in the Morning. Thank you for sharing. Tracy in Alabama, did you want to comment on this story, or you had a story of your own?
How's it going? Yeah, first of all, I just wanted to say that to commend Shaq because that takes a lot of balls to stand up, and because there's no telling the effect that show may have on those kids in the future.
Right.
And you've seen it happen through a lot of other shows where it's basically you're exploiting the kids.
Right.
And they're too young to understand this and that. And it's the same thing like with the show Teen Mom, where they put that girl Farrah on there at the age of 16, and she ends up in the porn industry.
Wow, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, if this is true, as they're saying, as Tracy G reported, she wanted to do a show with her children, with their children that they have together. Shaq is putting it into it. I applaud him, too, for stepping up. Thank you for your call. Winston in Houston, good morning. You wanted to comment on this story as well?
Yeah, and I'm in Salt Lake City, not Houston.
Huh?
But, I'm in Salt Lake City, whatever you. But anyway,
Okay, Keith, good morning. How you doing?
I'm all right.
How you doing? What did you want to comment on this story? You had a story of your own.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, my girl, you know, her baby daddy tried to file her daughter on his taxes. He don't work or nothing.
Wow.
So it's like, dude, you're not finna do all that, because I help take care of your daughter more than you.
Mm-hmm. Well, how old is the little girl?
She 8.
And how long have you been with her mom?
I've been with my girl for about 3+ years now.
Well, go ahead.
And we don't establish so much together.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we don't establish 2 brand new cars together, a nice house together. We both got real good jobs. I'm talking about within these 3+ years, we don't establish way more stuff than her baby daddy established ever together.
Keith, I want to commend you as well, just for stepping up and being that person. You know, you could be a whole different kind of guy. You decided to step in and set a foundation for that child. I applaud you. You're a citizen of Sway in the Morning. Pay in Washington. Good morning. What do you want to say?
Good morning. So my child's parent took my child out of state without my permission.
Wow. And what happened?
It was rough. I had to go through court, pay all this money for lawyers, working a minimum wage job at a bar, but I made it happen.
See, you made it happen. And you with your child now?
Yes, we're actually in the car right now, so I can go to work 6:30 in the morning.
That's right, Paige. Thank you so much for sharing that. You a citizen of Sway in the Morning, and your perseverance and your persistence paid off. Thank you for sharing that. Citizens, we got so many calls. Leave your comments and your voicemails. I'll play them back at the end of the show. Another story, Tracy G?
Yep, you know we got to do that Rap Fix Rewind.
That's up next. Sway in the Morning. Sway in the Morning, Shade 45, 28 minutes past the top of the hour. Shout out to Danny Brown. Tracy G, one more Celebrity Wire?
Yep, and citizens, I know y'all are already familiar, but just in case you're not, every Wednesday, Sway, he hosts Rap Fix Live on MTV Jams, 4 p.m. Eastern, or if you want to whip out your computadora, you can watch on mtv.rapfix.com. So, yesterday, Sway, he did a year-end cypher. Vado was in there, Chris Webby was spitting, Lantana, Ransom D1, but today I want to put the spotlight on Troy Avenue. Have a listen to his freestyle.
It's a Rap Fix Rewind.
Welcome to the show we call Rap Fix. Let's give it up for Rap Fix.
On Sway in the Morning.
Gangsta rap, Serena rap. You pay me, I dap. You play me, I clap. Just stating the facts. I wanna be a millionaire. So freaking bad. Halfway there, rap really did it the most. Never did it the most. Sitting amongst the gross, pitching and getting toast.
Why'd you want to spotlight him?
Because Troy is doing his thing. He's trying to make, everyone is criticizing New York a lot right now.
Yeah.
And I think he has a lot of weight on his shoulders. I remember when I went to go see Drake, and Drake said that it was actually A$AP Rocky who's the hottest rapper to come out of New York. And I feel like that makes it harder for Troy Ave, for people to pay attention to him. So I'm just giving him some shine.
I like Troy Ave. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I like Troy Ave. He's a good guy. He has that album out. So go out and support Troy Ave if you like some real good hip hop. Yeah. Thank you so much, Tracy G.
Yeah.
Citizens, up next. He had a show on last night called Animal Status. He's on Facebook. Like him at DJ Wonder at Facebook.com. Follow him on Twitter at DJ Wonder, and also Instagram at DJ Wonder Pics. Sit around with my head hanging down, and I wonder. How about Sway in the Morning, Shade 45. 2 minutes past the top of the hour. I like that Luke James singing his heart out for us. That's what you call crooning. Oh, Q. Tracy G is here. Sway's out today, not feeling very well at all, but he will be with us tomorrow as we have a big show going down. Tomorrow is the Sway in the Morning Doomsday Cypher 2013. Audio Push will be here. Lantana will be here. Jazz the Rapper, Vado, that kid Era, Relion, Matthew, Ragazzino, Spado, Armin. I love Armin. My money's on him. And Amadeus, that is the producer who will be playing all the original beats for that cypher. So citizens, make sure you check in tomorrow at Citizen Nation to hear that Doomsday Cypher. That's tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
8 a.m. to 12 p.m. only on Shade 45 Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow night, Atlantic City, New Jersey is the big holiday party. I gotta say, we'll be partying all day tomorrow from morning until night. DJ Wonder will be spinning in Atlantic City. Citizens, if you want to come down to Atlantic City with us, it's at the Harris Pool Party. They have that huge Olympic-sized indoor pool. We will all be there rocking and rolling, doing our thing, jumping on stage, making drinks, doing all that fun stuff. So come on down. If you want to come, RSVP at partywithsway@gmail.com. Up next, however, the one and only, I think this man is from Houston, right, OQ? He's from Houston? Yeah. The one and only Bun B. That's up next. Sway in the morning.
Shade 405, Heather B.
Yes, talk to Miss
Man, come
Sway.
on, Heather.
Come on.
Come on, man.
Come on.
There's some people in the game. We were talking about this earlier when we were talking about this GQ list, and they gave Kendrick Rapper of the Year, and then people start throwing other names out there. And it was, well, some names, man, I don't care what you say. They're in the Raptors no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even put them on the same level as competition as these other dudes. You know, that's who Michael Jordan is to the NBA.
Put too much work in.
Put too much. That's what Reggie Jackson is to the MLB.
Put too much work in.
You know, that's who Carl Lewis is to track and field.
Put too much work in.
You know, that's what Fred Astaire is to, you know, you know, and that's what Bun B is to hip hop, and he's here with us today, man. Bun B, the legendary.
Wow.
He's here, Trill OG, the epilogue. That's the album. I had a chance to breathe on it. First of all, Bun, good to have you here.
Good to see you, man. I don't think I've seen you since All-Star.
Since the All-Star weekend, that's right. And we were partying, matter of fact.
Yeah, we were turned up last time I saw you.
Yo, man, we went to Bun had a daytime party in Houston, and then I felt my body was out of whack. I felt guilty for no reason when I walked out. The sun was still out.
That's how you party.
We went through. I was looking at the table, and we had like 8 bottles in front of us, and it was like 6:30.
In the evening, remember
in the afternoon, and I was like, wow, because the club was so dark.
Yeah.
It was like a Vegas thing. You didn't really know what time it was. You just turned up. And, we walked out that joint like it was supposed to be 3 in the morning. It was like 7. It wasn't even dinner yet.
It wasn't even dinner yet, man. But that was a whole – but see, that's what Bun does.
Yeah.
You know, he's an innovator. You know, this new album you got, first of all, congratulations on all the success.
Thank you.
With the university. You still doing the lecturing?
Yes, sir. Tuesdays and Thursdays. Just I had to take today off.
You took today off
to come rock with you.
So let me ask you this: do a lot of students, when they come to the university, it's Rice, right?
Rice University.
Yes, sir. Do they specifically ask for your course now, or how does that work?
Well, I mean, it's just like registering for anything else. You know, you want to get in the class that you're interested in, you got to get there early. And in my case, you got to get there real early.
Yeah.
So, luckily, like the problem we had last year was that, the 300s get to pick their classes before the 100s. So a lot of the older kids beat the younger kids to the punch. So we had to kind of put, X number of seats available for the 100. So the young students could get it.
Now, how do you prepare your curriculum? I mean, you're a rapper. Are you going to come off the top of the head, or are you writing?
No. I mean, this is the syllabus is prepared. First day class, we let them know what it's going to be, and we show them the reading list, all the supplemental information they're going to need, and how they get to see how extensive the course is. It's not just me, playing rap videos. Like, you see that? All right, let's go to the next song. It's a very in-depth course, and the way it's structured, we demand like interaction. It's not a course where I just kind of just spit out information and they just take it in. We're asking them to question anything that's said in the classroom. If you feel a certain way about how I presented it, then feel free to let me know how you took it in, and then maybe you may be offering a new perspective to me.
Wow, Bun B is here.
Were you approached to do this, or did you approach them? Because I find it so fascinating that you're doing this. I mean, of course, the perfect person to do it, but did you approach them, or they approached you?
Initially, this course was already being taught by Dr. Penn. They brought me in to like as an interview, to talk to me about hip hop, religious impact of my music and so forth. And then during the course of the interview, before the interview, after the interview, we just kind of found out that, we had, similar ideologies, similar outlooks on life. And he approached me with the opportunity. And I just, I was nervous at first, but I realized this was something that would help give hip hop a different look. Because, one of the main problems we have is that a lot of what we see in rap music is being described as hip hop. Because hip hop, I feel like rap music is just a part of hip hop. Hip hop, everything that is rap music is not always hip hop.
I agree. I agree.
You know,
oh
so
my gosh, shit, I'm about to faint. Go ahead.
That
Go with it, bro. I'm gonna back off. Go with it.
I'm just being real though, you know, because that's the problem with I think a lot of people that aren't necessarily of the culture from the outside looking in. They mistake everything that seems, you know, anything that a rapper does, anything a DJ does or whatever. They just assume that's all hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a part of what hip hop is. You know, like I always tell people, a rapper, you know, an MC can be a rapper, but a rapper can't be an MC.
Damn, Bun B is here. And then when you watch those reality TV shows, and because they say they're hip hop in the title, that don't mean it's hip hop there necessarily.
It don't mean it's love either.
That game.
Bun B. Wow, this album. Two things I've noticed about this album. There are moments where I'm feeling like I'm listening to a UGK album.
Okay.
Because Pimp C is on a couple of the tracks, and I just love hearing his voice paired up with you. Don't Play With Me is one of them where he's all up in the chorus, which is dope. Also, Cake, which is something we've been playing already. But the other thing, the spirit of the album, listening to Off Top, listening to I Like the Legendary, listening to The Best Is Back, listening to Gladiator. When you start off the verse, they thought I was over, they thought I was done, they said I wouldn't last, now I'm the last one.
Yeah.
Is that how you felt though?
That's exactly how I felt. Hip hop by nature is a young man's sport.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, I'm 40, which is like 65 in rap years. So I was supposed to be gone a long time ago. The game was supposed to chew me up and spit me out a long time ago. You know, I'm not the most in shape dude. You know, my wife think I look good, but I don't know about that many other people.
That's all that counts.
You know, so, but you know, there's a lot of different factors that if you looked at me, I probably wouldn't fit in those parameters. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing is that I don't feel that, you know, even after being in this game for 20 plus years, I don't feel like anybody wants to be a great MC as bad as I do. Yeah. Like I came up watching hip hop being created, and I came up watching the first great legends of this culture. So that's who I emulate. You know what I'm saying? So every time I pick up the mic, I still think of how Rakim felt to me. You know, how Kool G Rap felt to me. How Chris Parker, KRS-One, who I think probably doesn't really get a lot of credit.
Yeah.
As far as MC talent, I think 1-to-1 he could probably at any point in time eating up any MC.
Yeah. Yeah.
Period. You know.
KRS-One.
Yeah, I think it'd be hard to say if that anybody was better than KRS-One when he was at his best.
Yeah.
Because that's what he was all about, waking up every day taking MCs out. And that's kind of mentality that I have. And it got to the point where like now the young dudes, they don't think that they can be better than us. So they never will be.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the problem. And I used to look at Rakim and I was like, yo, I want to walk in the room with them dudes and them dudes say that I was nice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't think people think like that anymore. I think MCs walk in the room and they want other MCs to see they paid.
Yeah. Oh, Bun B is it? Bun,
you know, which is there's no problem with that because that didn't exist for hip hop for many years. Like the money side of it did not exist in hip hop in the form that it does now.
Yeah.
But then, you know, we have to look and see if we're, you know, compromising the talent for the cash flow because, I mean, well, it depends on what you come in because a lot of dudes are not coming in with any really, you know, idea of what the culture represents.
Yeah.
So sometimes we can't get mad at people that don't represent hip hop the way we want them to because we left a lot of these young dudes hanging. We didn't raise them right.
It's the Sway in the Morning Rewind, only on Shade 45.
Got true gladiators in here. MCs that just are relentless on the mic.
Who, me and Heather?
That's right. You and Heather, Bun B and Heather B.
That's right.
A lot of B's in here. Bun B, Heather
right.
B. And
we from that school.
There it is.
No
Handle
doubt.
that.
What up, B? This album, you would just, you know, some of it's so lyrical. You know, there's songs with Royce the 5'9" and Redman on it. There's songs with Raekwon that's on it. These are songs that you typically might not in the past expect Southern artists to collaborate with. But now it's the right time. The times have changed, right?
Well, for me, you know, it's all about sharpening my skills.
Yeah.
So in order for me to do that, I have to be around great MCs in order to keep myself in great MC mode.
Yeah.
So, people like Redman, highly underestimated for his lyrical ability. I feel like almost his entire career.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's always been greater than they ever gave him credit for. And they used to give him pretty high credit, pretty high praise. Royce 5'9", another cat, I think, is just really, he was born, Royce 5'9", I feel like was really born to rap. I'm not sure what plans his mother and father had for him. But, God wanted him to be an MC.
Yeah.
I truly feel like that. And I'm glad he is.
Now, a lot of New York artists have been talking about, Mano got the song with Jada, What Happened to My City.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, I was speaking with Troy Ave, who has his New York City album out, and he was, a lot of New York artists are, complaining or bringing to the surface or observing that something has changed for New York and its artists that are coming out of rap music. I dare to say Houston have been going through some transitional issues, if you will.
Identity crisis.
Identity crisis,
Absolutely.
Right? Speak on that for me.
Well, the issue with Houston is that, this is the post-Screw era.
Yeah.
Prior to Screw, the early days of Houston hip-hop were very lyrical, started on the backs of MCs like Scarface, of course, but also people like E from OG Style, people like Rick from Royal Flush, people like 3-2 and Big Mike. A lot of these guys from the pre-Screw era were hardcore lyricists. They were just adamant about letting people know we are MCs, because that was the battle in those days. In the early days of Houston, it was about recognition, and it was about people acknowledging that we are just as capable as any MC from anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, nowadays, now that we've had this success, we've been accepted into, hip-hop's culture. Houston is one of now the dominating factors as far as output in hip-hop. And we got complacent, point blank, period. And we've seen that happen in every region. At some point, people started to get comfortable with their positions.
Yeah.
And they start to take things for granted. You got to always be hungry in this game because everybody else is. Yeah. There's a million MCs you will never see that are every day waking up trying to come at you.
That's right.
And you got to keep that in mind, and you can't think that the money and the status builds a big enough wall that people can't climb it.
Yeah.
At some point, they're going to get over that wall, and they're going to get at you, and then you're probably not going to be ready because you've been so concerned about the wall.
Damn, Bun B, man. We in class right now, man. Shit, I didn't even have to sign up for this one. You have one of the most, Tracy G was bringing this up earlier, but there's been voices in rap that have always just cut through the norm. Ice Cube had one of those voices.
Yeah.
Chuck D had one of those. One of those voices. Pac had one of those voices.
Sure.
Pimp C's voice,
man, without question,
was always unique. E40 sounds a certain. Jay, it's the Rock. Yeah. Jay has one of those voices. Bun B you're one of the few remaining voices that transcends eras and times. And Tracy just gave you a big compliment. What did you say about his voice?
That it sounds presidential yet relatable.
Damn.
Yeah, it's true.
But when you listen to him on tracks like, let me see, Fire, or tracks like The Best Is Back, it also sounds dangerous. What I always liked about, in a good way as an MC, what I always liked about Bun, I heard that Santana track, All Hustle.
Lantana.
I'm sorry, Lantana track, All Hustle.
No luck.
And when your voice came on, one of the first thing I thought, we were coming back from Atlantic City, is like, yo, Bun just has the type of voice that transcends eras. You're able to adjust, but without changing yourself. When I listened to this album, you just shared with me some of these songs you felt like were too soon to release at the time they were made. Why?
Well, I feel like, Trill OG, when we were doing the Trill albums, when we did Trill OG, there was a sound that I wanted that album to have. There was accessibility that I wanted that album to have. I wanted to bring people together with that music instead of like drawing these lines where, sometimes lyricism is something that people don't want to accept sometimes on that. You get a big plate, somebody puts a lot of food on there. It may look, it was like, you don't eat everybody's potato salad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of how it is with
Yo, come on now. Now you talking about
food analogy.
I'm just keeping it real. So, I wanted to make a plate that was a lot more palatable for people. I didn't want, to introduce couscous and all that kind of, foie gras and all that to people. I just wanted to give them meat and potatoes. That's what Trilogy was, meat and potatoes. This dish is, was prepared a little differently.
Yeah.
Epilogue. And it's something that you may look at and you may be like, wow, I don't normally try this. This looks good, though. I think I'd try this. And that's kind of how it was on songs like Off Top. It's not the normal records that I do, you know what I'm saying? But it's the message that I want to send, you know, and the normal way of sending those messages were not available to me in this song. I felt like it had to be presented a certain way.
You're listening to Sway in the Morning.
Take that. Rewind it back.
On Shade 45.
B, the epilogue, pick that up. Trilogy.
Yeah.
He's here real quick.
Happy to be here.
Man, it's good to have you. Lamar's in Alabama. Real quick, Lamar. Everybody got questions. We got to go real quick. What's your question?
I just want to say I've been on you since I was a young kid, man. I want to say I don't care how old you are, OG, man. Keep doing what you're doing, and it'd be nice to see you and Big Crit get on the project together if you can.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate that, man. And Crit's an incredible talent, an MC and producer. I think he represents the South and hip hop very well. I know people look at him as a modern day version of, myself, Pimp, Ball, G, Big Boy, Andre 3000, kind of all rolled up in one.
That's a lot of weight.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pressure.
He could carry the weight.
He produced that Cake song, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. And Country Shh.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about that Country Shh. All right. What up, man? We got somebody in Texas. Go ahead. What's your name?
Screwball.
Oh, Screwball. Go ahead. What's your call? What's your question for Bun?
Yeah, I got a quick question, but first I want to say I am always and forever will be UGK alumni.
That's right.
And that's just the truth of my soul. But one thing I want to ask you, Bun B, about Texas and the phases that a lot of the boys go through with this rap, hot 1 minute, hot one not. As an elder statesman in the game, do you ever encourage them young cats to take a different lane?
I try to give people advice that's exclusive to them. I can't just go around giving everybody the same advice because of how I feel about it. I got to help these cats progress, not just musically, but personally. And I think what people don't realize is that there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes in people's personal lives that affect the output of the music and the content. And sometimes you just got to pull some of these cats to the side and be like, yo, I know this might be going on or that's happening or this didn't happen, man, but you just got to, you just got to push through it. You got to keep pushing through it. And, when in doubt, rap. That's all I always tell MCs. When in doubt, rap. Because, it's once you got that momentum from being an MC in the crib and being out there with the homies and being in the studio and then actually getting in the game and being on the road and being amongst other MCs, once you stop that momentum, it's hard to pick it back up, man.
Oh, yeah. When in doubt, rap. Well, Bun, man.
Just keep rapping. That's all I tell MCs, man. And they'll work themselves out. Everybody is where they're supposed to be. I used to feel different about it, but at the end of the day, I feel like everybody is where they're supposed to be today. Tomorrow's different.
There it is. Bun B, ladies and gentlemen.
Look, he said it best for me, Sway. My question was going to be something else, but we talked about that while the music was playing. So now, when in doubt, rap. I want to hear Bun B spit something for me.
Oh,
come on, Sway. Shit.
I was going to let him slide, but
not
hey.
me. We just met. He could do something he already got out. I don't care. I just need to hear that voice.
I don't know if Wonder's ready to drop a beat or not.
Oh, man. Y'all are terrible.
Wonder was ready to drop a beat.
Bun B, professor at Rice University. Been rocking since 90, 91, 92, 93. Just
don't even quit. Bun B is still capable of straight spit.
Woo.
When I say spit, I mean flow. That's from the dough. And for you MCs out there that didn't know, this is me off the top of the dome. If you can't freestyle, then you need to go home. If you can't come off the top of your head with the fresh flow, you already know that your ass got to go. I'm in the building with a real OG. One is called Sway, one is called Heather B. Then there's me, the Trill OG. So that's Sway and Heather and Bun. Yeah, that makes 3. Anyway, we still letting boys know really. I'ma keep it trill. No, I'ma show them trilly how we represent for the South. Everybody ain't got golds in their mouth. Everybody ain't got candy paint on their car. But any and everybody will eventually soon be a star. Know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about. I'm good. Now, can I go home, Sway?
Yeah, you go home. I'm about to go home, too.
Gotcha.
Bun
Wow,
B, man. Trill OG, the epilogue. That was nice, though.
It's good for the morning.
That was good for
I haven't burned anything yet. But you know, you got to, if you're an MC, you should be able to rap at all times.
Thank you.
Maybe not to the best of your abilities, but you can fuss and fight through it, but you can't say no. You got to rap.
Yo, we're going to use that as a sweeper. This is from the legendary Bun B, 20 rapper that come up here. I'm going to play that back.
You got to rap. I'm sorry. I didn't want to rap, but I'm going to rap. Like, you got to be prepared.
Man, get that Trill OG.
Who's listening? You never know. It's a lot of big dudes. There's a lot of big dudes in the building.
Yeah.
Major players out there. It's a couple major players in the room. Sway might want to put me on. I'm a free agent.
You're a free agent now?
I've been a free agent for the last 3 years.
So you're independent? You're
by
unsigned?
choice.
By choice.
Yeah.
Who did this album come out with?
This came out with Rap A Lot.
Rap A Lot. But
So
that was
just a one-off
project. Jay Prince. Okay.
Yeah, me and Jay Prince. We're very communicable with each other. And he was like, man, you got this music. It's just sitting here. Like, all these songs are just sitting here. Don't make no sense to not put it out. It's still good music. And I was like, well, I don't know. I ain't heard the music in 3 years.
Yeah.
But then when they presented it to me, I was like, oh yeah, this still
sitting
jamming.
on something, right?
Yeah, I'm like, I forgot how good I was 3 years ago.
And now you're even better.
Yeah,
There it is.
But music if done properly is timeless. It doesn't matter when it was recorded. Love songs in the 50s, still, sound like a love song. And I hear a lot of great stuff by R&B artists today, but it still doesn't sound as good as Maze, or Isley Brothers. I mean,
Earth, Wind and Fire.
Who today, modern singer, can make you feel like Luther, can make you feel like Stevie, like Marvin? We have great talent out there, but, I feel like maybe in some instances we may have seen the greatest in certain things.
Wow, that's real.
But that doesn't mean you can't still strive for greatness.
Nah, I think Luke James sounds real good right now. He's close.
Luke James?
Luke James close.
I think is really incredible. I don't think it's a lot of credit in America. He's huge overseas. Kim.
Yeah.
Kim is one of those people that, he sounds like the record.
Yeah.
Which I think is very undervalued nowadays.
Where's he from?
He's not American.
I thought they found him somewhere, homeless.
Look that up.
K-E-M, Kim.
Okay, yeah. All right. Bum, man.
But the holder of the torch for R&B right now is Maxwell.
Ooh, that's a good one.
If you really, really love good old-fashioned R&B, hang on to Maxwell. He won't let you down.
There it is. Bun B, ladies and gentlemen.
Love
the
it,
legend.
man. Made my day.
Pick up the album, Trill OG, the epilogue. He will be on Rap Fix tomorrow.
Nice.
Yes.
And also, you got a song I want to end this interview with, the legendary DJ Screw, and it's dedicated to DJ Screw, and it got a lot of legends on it, including Zero and ESG, and there's a lot of folks on this song.
We even found a verse from Big Hawk. Rest in peace, Big Hawk.
Big Hawk, man.
So we closed the song out with Big Hawk, so it got very real for Screwed Up Click members and Screwed Up Click fans, you know what I'm saying? Just to hear Hawk on a record, you know what I'm saying? And he on there talking about the Baltimore Ravens. He go harder than the Baltimore Ravens defense. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So it's like timeless. That's what good music, if done properly, is timeless. If you playing with it, we won't even remember it this afternoon.
Bun B, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming by, my
Thanks
brother.
for having
This is
me,
the legendary DJ Screw. Make sure y'all pick the album up.
Sway in the morning, Shade 4-5. Yeah, man. Tracy G.
Yo.
Tomorrow night, you ready?
I'm ready.
What are you wearing? Do you have your outfit out? Are you one of those people?
I'm either going to look like I'm going on a hot date, or I'll look maybe more dressed up and surprise everyone, or I'll just come out with a hoodie.
Wow. Citizens, for those of you that are coming down to Atlantic City, we are partying at the Harris Casino and Hotel in Atlantic City tomorrow night. If you want to join the entire morning show team, RSVP at partywithsway@gmail.com. You could also get a room at a discounted rate as well. Make sure you RSVP at partywithsway@gmail.com. We'll all be down there. Dress up. I don't think you should wear a hoodie, Tracy G. As Citizens, I don't think you should wear a hoodie either. Maybe you'll find your love connection down there. You know what I'm saying. Oh, Q, you getting dressed up for this occasion?
I might, They got to, do something for the ladies.
Little button up or button down?
I always do it with a button up, button down.
I know what I'm saying. One titty out? Oh, how?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's too far.
All right, that's too far. Speaking of too far, sometimes this man will push the envelope and just say what's on his mind and take it too far. He always does that when he come here. Mano up next, Citizen Sway in the morning, Shade 4-5.
The only Mano is here, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Mafia, man.
Yeah.
What's up with the collective?
Yeah, man. We last night, man, I ain't been to sleep yet, so I don't even know what day it is. Earlier today, I guess, we performed with Nori. Nori asked to bring us out, so I brought my man Lucky Don and Swig Martin out, and we did World Famous. It was live, and then shout out to Vado. He was in the building.
Vado was there. Yeah. That's just another night in New York, right?
Yeah. Good New York night. SOBs, yeah. It was a good night.
Yeah, that's a good
shout out to Nori.
Put that right there. Now, Mano was here.
Yeah.
You got this track. We're gonna talk about that in a second, but you got to earn this one, man. Since we didn't get it first, Kelly. You know that, right? Man. We didn't get the first track.
It's a new king.
Gotti is on this. Gotti's on this too, right?
Yo, Gotti, got Trina.
And Trina's on this one too, and we didn't get it first, but
Mano's
here.
You know why I took this first though?
Why?
I didn't take it to no radio. I took it to the street, to the clubs, strip clubs and stuff like that. Because a lot of times we get so caught up in trying to deliver and service the radio that we get caught up in the politics and we forget about that. A lot of stuff that we can do on our own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Going back to actually doing the footwork and going to the clubs and working the clubs and getting in the street and working with the promoters and just going back to the days of breaking music organically. And that's better because then your record has more legs. Then when it do actually get to the radio in a heavy way, it got some foundation to it. So that's what we're doing with this one.
And that's how it all began.
That's
right
how it all
there.
began.
It all
Every
began.
time.
Now you got Yo Gotti on it, and you got Trina on it. And it's fair to say, would you agree that you guys are at similar levels of your career? Or in terms of exposure right now, you've been doing it. Well, Trina's been doing it.
All of them been around longer than me.
Longer than you.
Yeah, everyone.
But Yo Gotti he's reached a certain level too.
Right. Yo Gotti he's big in some places, man. He like the Hove, man.
Yeah.
Like really. Memphis and Alabama and Shreveport and some of these places like huge.
Yeah.
Trina a legend, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's always I know Trina got this thing about her where no matter how much time goes by that people still love her.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got certain artists like they going for like 6 months. You put them on a milk carton. For real. Yeah, they missing. It's out of here. Trina is just like you just always love her regardless of what.
Yeah, and no matter what she does, as long as she's doing it, she's definitely fun to watch.
Yeah. Fun to watch.
I remember when Jay went down to Houston. And he hooked up with Bun B and Pimp C.
Exactly.
And did, that UGK record, Big Pimpin'. And that introduced Jay-Z to a whole new world.
Yeah.
Is that what this is for you with Yo Gotti and Trina?
I always, when I do a record that may be looked at as a South record, I always like to do it with those artists for that same reason that you just said. I'm going to give you another one. When Big did the joint with Bone Thugs. You understand?
Yeah.
Which was actually first. He actually started that trend of actually grabbing artists from different markets and doing those kind of records and kind of embracing that sound. And for me, it makes more sense when you do it with those artists from those places because then it's like, okay, boom. I feel like I couldn't have done a record like that and put two New York dudes on it and it would have had the same feel. Like, like it felt better that, you know, because of the sound of the beat. Not even like the hook, because I ain't really switched my flow on the hook. But it was just about the sound of it. Like, you know what I mean? Like Jay and, you know, UGK.
Mm-hmm.
People up here didn't really know who UGK was back then.
Mm-hmm.
But it introduced Jay to those hardcore, diehard fans in the South and vice versa up here for them. So it was a win-win.
It was a win-win. Let's play the song, and then you got a lot of work to do this week, man. You're filling in for me.
Yeah, man, this is big.
The premier hip hop, beyond hip hop.
So basically, my job is like, I'm that dude, because this is Brooklyn.
Yeah.
No, that's my town.
That's your town.
No. Like it's my town.
No.
No, that's like my town. Like,
yeah.
So basically, I'm who they gotta see.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's you.
It's me.
Hey, man.
That's about right.
Yeah. You got the juice now.
I got the juice.
Yeah, Mano here. Young bad bitch. Featuring Trina and Yo Gotti.
Trina murdered that.
Yes, she did.
Trina killed me on that, man.
Trina got you.
Trina killed me on that, for real.
Trina did to you what Kendrick did on that one song, Control.
Running after this bad bitch. You don't even know how the pussy tastes. Oh,
damn.
gosh, you talking crazy. You talking greasy.
She said that.
She's talking
Was
greasy.
she talking to you? Was she?
No.
Okay.
No.
That wasn't you?
She just talking about talk. You understand? Like, she represent them females that feel like that.
Yeah. Hey, if you had the chance.
If I had the chance, I'd do a lot of things, but a lot of people messed up. Every chick feel like they that chick, like they that bitch. Every girl you meet is like, I'm that bitch. What you talking about? Yeah, I'm that bitch. You know what I mean? So,
Tracy, you feel that way about yourself?
I knew this was coming to me, man. I wouldn't say the word bitch, but I have
All
some
right.
confidence.
Okay,
Why not?
but you know what? This is my thing. Like, I'll be like, you know, this is for all my ladies that understand what I mean and don't take it as disrespect when I say you a bad bitch. I don't mean it as disrespect. You welcome. You know, because it's just like it's a terminology. It's probably wrong. It's probably based on wrongness.
Yeah.
But it's right too.
There's endearment.
It's endearment there, because a dude don't say, "Damn, that's a bad bitch," and be like trying to diss you.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So I mean, I guess you get something good out the evilness.
Heather, I noticed you staring at Mano while he gives that.
Mano got game, boy.
Yeah,
You just got love.
Is that so?
I already know.
It's like you gave up though. Like you don't even.
I just.
Is it like that?
Listen.
You stumped the legend right there.
No, he ain't stumped me. I'm listening to how it actually goes down.
Is it the game? Is it game or is it just like real?
I just understand your story.
You understand my story. I ain't got no game. Just understand my story. That's all.
Pal.
Yo, this song right here. Now, is this song going to be featured on? What is this song?
Nah, this mine. This
is
my
yours?
joint. It's me. This ain't a mafia joint. I started out when I first recorded it. I started out thinking that we was gonna do it like that, but I was like, nah, it'd be so much bigger if I went and got somebody like Trina.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And somebody from the South that really, because the beat had that kind of feel. So, and then we had the world famous that's just so New York sounding. So, want to do both.
Ooh.
You know?
And what you have future project coming up? Or you
man, I'm just getting in the street, man. Just trying to get hot, man. We got the project with the Mafia.
Yeah,
we still doing that, trying to get this EP done, and we're gonna do that through E1. But as far as me, I'm just trying to get back in the street.
So just dropping singles
and just putting music out and just actually working. Like this record, the clock don't start on this record because we working it in the street though. So we could be doing that from now to. I don't know, October.
It sounds like a Southern record, and you didn't take it to radio. Well,
Right.
I mean, who did you like? Did somebody give you some insight on how to promote this record?
Nah, but peep game though. New York kind of lost its culture, and we kind of embraced the Southern culture, right? That's understood. We ain't hurt nobody's feelings. It is what it is. It's certain things in New York that we just didn't do before that we do now. Like, for instance, T.I. told me years ago, this had to be like maybe in 2005, 2006. He said, look, Shawty, like we take our records to the strip clubs and play them there first. I ain't know what the fuck he was talking about.
Yeah.
You understand? Because years ago, like, strip clubs wasn't really our thing until the last couple of years. Like, we took that whole culture and, like, we got all these strip clubs. Now I understand. Now I get it, though. Because you take certain records that have that feel, that appeal to a strip club, and the girls start dancing to it. The girls like it. The dudes throwing money to it, and then the record starts to pick up. It goes from the strip club to the regular clubs, and next thing you know, the record is starting to spread. And we kind of have that same kind of vibe going on here now anyway, because the records that they playing here, strip clubs or regular clubs, all have that same kind of vibe. It is what it is. We embrace the Southern culture.
Yeah. Hence the reason why Kendrick is the king of New York.
And it's the reason, here's the flip side of that. And it's the reason why I can't take a record like World Famous and do that.
Yo, isn't that true? You can, right?
Let's keep it all the way real.
You want to comment on that?
Let's keep it all the way real.
I hate it. It's different, man. Like, it had the vibe. You did that when people were still doing that down south stuff during that era, and you took a record that didn't sound like anything else.
Right.
And you made it happen everywhere, not just New York.
Right.
It had the vibe.
Right, but I can't take World Famous, which is a beautiful record I love. Play it on the radio all day. I can't take that record and expect the DJ to play it at 2:30 at night and to get that reaction and try to break it like that. Let's keep it all the way real, because that's not the feel, that's not the vibe that people are in. You understand? They want it. They waiting to hear, I bought a Phantom because I always wanted one. Like, you understand what I'm saying? I want to hear that. You understand? That's just the vibe we in. So those particular kind of records, like, that have that New York feel, it kind of don't work in a club. But then on the flip side, I could take a record like One Bad Bitch and get that.
Man, you might as well get it all. Might as well, right? You make great songs to me.
Yeah.
You got a list of great songs that you made.
I don't think people really realize that, though.
Yeah.
I don't think they really realize it.
How many hits? Like, let's just put together about a string of 5 right here. And when you hear them, you'll get it. And then after that, man, we got to test you out we're gonna take you through hosting boot camp.
Hosting boot camp.
You about to go through hosting boot camp because you about to take over. Rap Fix is the premium. Y'all, hey man, that's like
that's dangerous. You just knuckled up a little bit. Hey man.
I'm backing up over here. I'm going over here. I'm backing up.
You're listening to Sway in the Morning. Take that. Rewind it back. On Shade 45.
Yep, ladies and gentlemen, 38 minutes into the hour. Sway in the Morning, Shade 45. Welcome to the show to make a host.
Woo!
That's right. This week we got a special contestant who's going to be hosting Rap Fix Wednesday.
Who that be?
For MTV, for the VMA special edition. Today we're going to have Mano. As our special guest on Jamaican Host.
Yeah.
So, man, since you're going to be taking over the #1 premier rap show on television.
Right.
That's had everybody from Snoop to Rick Ross to Eminem to Nicki Minaj to Kim to Foxy to Drake to Kendrick to you on there. I got to make sure you go in fully equipped.
Okay.
So this is like
I need this. I need this.
You need this. This host boot camp.
Yeah, this is host boot camp. Big brother, you know I need this.
Okay. Now keep in mind that you're going to be live, which for at least an hour to 90 minutes.
Okay.
Now in that time, we're going to prepare some benchmarks or packages that you could utilize at your disposal.
Okay.
But there are no commercials.
No commercials.
There's not one moment that you won't be live.
They're gonna be picking up like certain things that I'm saying, like under my breath.
Yeah, you will be mic'd.
Damn. Like I don't even like this motherfucker, man. Yeah. So I got to be
Yeah. Damn, I fucking had a moment right there. I can relate. Yeah. I can relate to that. Yeah. It's like, you're doing good already. You got a whole sensibility right there. Somebody's gonna rap and you're gonna be like, this shit is boring. But you can't do nothing about it. You're gonna ask somebody a question, they're gonna lie to you, and you're gonna already know the answer to the question, and you're gonna watch people look you in your eye.
So I gotta have that host. I gotta have that host face on. It's like
that's
what Sway does.
That's what I do, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right here live.
Yeah.
On Rap Fix Live.
Yeah. But do it your way.
Do it my
All right,
way.
yeah. 'Cause don't be biting. Don't take my shit. Man. All right, now
I learned from the greatest.
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have you practice right now,
All right.
and then we're gonna have the listeners call in to see how you did.
I bet.
And okay, so we're gonna clear the lines, and we want y'all to rate Mano as a host. This is the show to make a host. Mano, your first assignment is to improv an interview with Heather B. That's interesting, and that we could find out something about Heather that we've never known before. In action.
Okay.
Good to be a rapper.
Heather B, how you been?
I'm all right.
What has you been up to lately?
Chilling.
Heather B, our listeners know you for, one of the biggest hip hop records, of our generation, All Glocks Down. How was it? What inspired you to make that record?
Oh, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? It gave niggas a taste of where I'm from. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And you from where?
You ain't read my bio, nigga.
Damn, baby, it's all right. It's okay, but
Jers.
You from Jers? Okay, shout out to Jers. Okay, shout out to Jers. So what? Since
Yo, Rib, get my shades. Where my shades at?
Okay. So since All Glocks Down, what you been up to, Heather B?
Nigga really ain't read. Do you? My kind of nigga, if heads only knew.
Do you? I remember that. You know what? I apologize. You coined the term "do you." I've never heard "do you" until you said it.
Now I feel like a nigga was reading. Talk about it.
You know what? Like I said, I apologize, and I want to take this time to thank you. I want to thank you for bringing that into the culture, into that game, because people still say that. Do you, motherfucker? And I'm gonna do me.
Who your people? Because you look like somebody I know. Who your people? Your last name and everything, your family. Because you look like somebody that I know.
I'm related to the dude off Girlfriends.
What?
The dude Juice from Juice, Raheem.
Oh, that's your people?
Yeah.
What's his real name, though? Because we know him for Raheem. That nigga died in the movie.
That's what I call him. But what have you been up to?
I just
lately?
Told you, doing shows, rocking, representing, got a mixtape dropping. That shit is called All About Me. You feel me? Fat ass, big titties, red bottoms. You know what I'm saying? That's my shit coming out. I'm drilling, I'm trapping, I'm doing everything niggas is doing in the street.
Right.
Real rap.
Right. Well, you heard it live right here.
That's it? I woke up early for this shit? These niggas is foul. Yo, Ren, word is born. I ain't doing no more interviews with this nigga. Shit is foul, son.
Go into a song.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go into a song. Wonder. Let's come back into a song, then we're going to come back with Heather B.
It's the Sway in the Morning Rewind. You requested it, so we rewind. More highlights up next on Shade 45.
Sway in the Morning, Shade 45. That's it.
It is?
Tracy G, of course it is, man. Did you have a nice time?
Yeah. Even though I had to deliver some sad news on Celebrity Wire.
What's so sad? What was
because
that?
Of Chloe's thing. It made me feel bad. I actually really thought that they were going to last. Even though I half care, but still.
Tracy, how many people marriage lasts after what? They got married after 30 days?
But 4 years is a long time after knowing each other for only 30 days.
4 years is not a long time if they've been if he's not been faithful and honest and all that other kind of stuff. If you've been doing what you want to do for the past 4 years, that's not really a long time.
Well, crack stresses people out, man.
Oh gosh, that's all allegedly, Tracy G. We have no proof. Citizens, make sure tomorrow, I already told you, Audio Push, Lantana, Jazz the Rapper, Vado, That Kid Era, Relion, Matthew Ragazzini, Spado, Armin, and Amadeus will be doing the original beats. Why are you laughing at me, DJ? Matthew.
For some Ragazzino and some Spado.
Oh, yeah, Ragazzino. He'll be here tomorrow. That's our Doomsday Cypher 2013. All of them will be coming through and blessing a microphone for us. And after that, we're going to head down to Atlantic City where we'll have our big Sway in the Morning holiday party. If you want to join us, just RSVP at partywithsway@gmail.com. You'll also get a discount on the room. Tracy G, where can people reach you?
People reach me on Twitter at It's Tracy G with no E, and that's the same for Instagram.
You can reach Sway at Real Sway on Instagram and Twitter. Also go to swaysuniverse.com to get all the footage from the show. You can hit up Wonder at DJ Wonder. Also like him on Facebook, and he's also has DJWonder.com. Get all those those mixes. Some of them get posted on there sometimes. OQ1, you on Twitter?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter. OQ, the number 1.
That's what's up, man. Hit up OQ and the Real DB at the Real DB. Citizens, tomorrow we will be here in all our splendor, having a good time. It'll be a party on air. Be safe. God bless you. I have nothing left to say.